Now, police in Malawi have named an officer killed on Tuesday during clashes with anti-government protesters in Msundwe, a trading outpost west of the capital city, Lilongwe. A spokesperson says that Officer Usuman Imedi had been stoned to death and killed by rioters and criminals. He was among officers who confronted demonstrators who had blocked the main road in Msundwe, an opposition stronghold, to stop supporters of President Peter Mutharika from attending his first rally in the city. Opposition supporters have been angered by how the Electoral Commission handled the vote, alleging it was full of irregularities. The demonstrators are back on the streets in Algeria, not relenting in their protests as they take the streets demanding the removal of the ruling elite and denouncing a heavy police presence amidst multiple scuffles and arrests. Protesters rejected the escorting of demonstrations by police, saying that security forces were repressing them as well as arresting citizens. This demonstration in the capital, Algiers, followed an announcement that a presidential election would be held in December. A prominent independent cleric last week urged people to vote in a December election backed by the army, but opposed by the protest movement. Algeria plunged into crisis in February when massive protests erupted to stop President Bouteflika running for a fifth term in an election that was scheduled for July. He resigned on April 2nd and the election postponed. Uganda's fishing industry is recovering from years of setbacks, mainly caused by overfishing. Leading this are small-scale fishermen who breed stocks of tilapia and catfish and fish farms away from the country's depleted lakes. Take a look.
After years of decline due to overfishing, Uganda's stock of fish is now getting a much-needed boost from the country's small-scale fishermen. Justice Lutaisire operates a small fish farm in the country's Wakiso district, not too far from the capital, Kampala. With the help of a few workers, Lutaisire maintains a 14-acre farm where they produce up to 3 million fish per year, mainly catfish and tilapia. Many are fingerlings sold to other fish farmers and the adult ones sold to the market.
The fish stocks have been going down as the human population increases. So the gap between supply and demand increases. And when it increases, the price of fish has been going high. So it becomes very clear that it would be unwise to depend on fishing alone. We need to relieve some pressure from the wild stocks by growing the fish ourselves.
Last year, figures from the Bank of Uganda show that the country exported fish worth $171 million, making it the fourth top export after coffee, gold, and dried legumes. According to the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, Uganda produces up to 15,000 tons of fish from aquaculture, including those from fish farms like Lutaisire's, emerging commercial fish farmers, and stocked community water reservoirs and minor lakes. An estimated 20,000 ponds are spread throughout this landlocked country.
There's too much rain, and there's flooding. There's washing of all these farm effluents, industrial effluents into the water bodies. So you get a lot of algal blooms, and these have an effect on oxygen and abundance of fish. Some of them can cause fish kills.
Despite the challenges, Lutaisire has its sights on expansion as demand grows and market prices keep improving.
We have about 3.6 million fingerlings for tilapia and about 200,000 per month for catfish, with about 2.4 million fingerlings for catfish per annum. But we are still expanding. We intend to produce 1 million fingerlings for each of the species. So we'll be having 24 million per annum for the two species.
The growing number of fish farming in Uganda can only bring good news for now. Authorities are hoping that this will ease the pressure on the country's lakes, including the world-famous Lake Victoria.
Still to come on the program. From hands to the canvas, Tanzania's Zanzibar women find new outlets for the inner art. Stay with us.